All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as see the hot. If you have not joined on our social media handle, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel because they know they pay money to do subscription. Only your hand you go use. Information where we say there for our table now, we say they say the boys, so they say UGM. Those boys, they say they don't chase police, chase army. Oh. This one, they happen for In Enugu State and Ebonyi State. Oh. They say they don't chase police and army come out for road. They say the boys come out. Can they enforce their sit at home? Oh. See, make everybody live for house. They say na so army people carry enter. They say the thing where we say army see serve. Their eye no go feel finish here. You know, say they say get some kind things where we say you go see like this. They say if they tell you, make you narrate, make you talk how the thing go take happen. You no go know how you go take explain them. Those boys, I don't know where they get their own morale. Waiting they chop, where they give them that kind of morale where we say they see army, they no run. They see police, they no run. They say self police, them hold na my say police. That one no be anything. Say their own na more LLS. Say the way they go chop more. Say na the way. Say the one safe way be say they be small problem safe for them. Now many people say those people here because they in gallant and they get training. Say they they themselves they quantire small. But say if na police that one na more you. Say that one na women. Say na babies them bio. Now see they sub now. This one they happen for Enugu State. Everywhere don't shock. They say governor they surprise, say waiting they happen. So they say now because of that, now why some people move go Finland, go they protest, say make someone ever come out. But that one no be matter. Me why make I carry you go for waiting Ojuku brother or do make Ojuku they talk. You know Ojuku now we be say now him be the first man we started this journey of liberation. Journey to bring his people home, journey to take the indigenous people of Biafra to the promised land in Ojuku. But in brother, this one na in brother because as it stands now, Ojuku is late. And in brother, they talk this one. Ojuku brother, now in they talk this one. Make you pay attention on. You say, I pop sit at home, release Nnamdi Kanu to end Southeast violence. Ojuku brother begs Tinubu. But you know the end for begging because this guy no be the first person where they talk to the government. Say make the government pay proper attention and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that there will be peace in the southeastern part of Nigeria. But with the look of things, it looks as if the government does not have the interests of the southeast at heart. Yes, because they are taking this matter personal. I think, should I say that they are looking at this matter from the point of view of that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone, forgetting that this journey that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is taking comprises of a lot of people who are involved in this journey. It is not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone, it is not only Simon Ekpa alone, but this thing involves all the people in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And if you will be able to take a census to see what is actually happening, to compare the people in the southeast, how many of them who believe in the indigenous people of Biafra and how many who do not believe, it will be to your surprise that about 95% of people in the southeast actually want the Biafra referendum. But some of them might not be able to come out to say it, either because of fear or because of maybe they will lose their job, they will lose their position. So in their heart, they are not seeing it, but they might not come out openly to tell you that this is actually what we want because of the kind of democracy that is being practiced in Africa. Yes, they say that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, but when it comes to Africa's democracy and Nigeria to be precise, you will find out that what is being practiced in Nigeria is anarchy and not democracy. Sometimes it's also monarchy. You can call it anarchy or authoritarianism. These are the three types of system of government that you can find in the southeastern part of Nigeria. You find anarchy, you find authoritarianism, you find monarchy. You even find what is it called? Theocracy. you find some of these things because the religious people, they take their part and do the part they want. They preach what they want. They amass crowd for themselves and the rest of them. Then when you come to the angle of the politicians, you see what is called anarchy, monarchy, and authoritarianism. These are the system of government that is being run in Nigeria, leaving the democracy out of it. Yes, they say that we are running democratic system of government, but that is not what is seen in Nigeria. Because if it were to be a democratic system of government, you will find that people will be able to air their views. The citizens will be able to air their views openly. But in Nigeria, if you air your view, my brother, it looks as if that you have put onions in the eyes of the president too. And the president will be say, "Day now, if you look in eye self, it be like man will be say they carry onions put for an eye." And you wake up now, one come open, say you want say your mind. My brother, now for kri-kri, you go see yourself. Oh. Now so they run the matter, anybody will talk. Carry and go kri-kri there. Now so they do so omolo. Sowore will be the candidate of AD. Abi? Yes, he's also he has been running for the seat of the president. Meanwhile, though his party does not have much relevance in Nigeria, but he is a voice in Nigeria that has been speaking. And as it stands now, Sowore's passport was seized for a long time. That he cannot be able to travel out of Nigeria, except he does that maybe through the border, go outside to another country, get a passport. That's the only way that he will be able. But the court is still with Sowore's passport, and as it stands now, Sowore will not even be able to print a new passport because it's more like the government has placed embargo on him. So these are the kind of government you find in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the politicians say they are running democratic system of government. Meanwhile, underneath the ground, what they are running is anarchy, authoritarianism, and monarchical system of government. Meanwhile, why did I add monarchy? Because you find out that the power floats from the north to the west, Then once upon a time, they can shift it to the south just to mellow them down, and the power will still go back to the north, come to the west, come to the north, come to the west. That's how political powers has been moving in Nigeria since the day of independence. You might ask me, okay, what happened to Nnamdi Azikiwe? Nnamdi Azikiwe was just a ceremonial president because during that time, Nigeria was running a parliamentary system of government. Yes, that was what was going on. Then in Nigeria, it was parliament. And the prime minister is the one who has the power, and the president is more like a ceremonial president, just like what is happening now in Britain, where the Queen has a particular higher power in the British. But Queen does not have the final say. He does not make this conclusion. That position is just a ceremonial position. But the person that have the say in the government of Britain is the Prime Minister of the Britain. So that was what happened during the time of Nnamdi Azikiwe, because of some of you that will be saying, yes, an Igbo man was once the president, but you might not, if you have not looked deep into what actually happened, you might not be able to grasp the whole thing. Now, let's go down to what Lotanna Ojukwu is saying. Lotanna Ojukwu is younger brother of Odumegwu Ojukwu, who declared the Biafra nation in 1967, right? Yes, to 1970. That was the 3 years civil battle, civil clash, that left the Igbos with nothing to return. And after that, many of the Igbo people were given 20 pounds. And many of the billionaires you are seeing that sprang up from the Igbo soil today started up back again with 20 pounds. And of course, you know that the Port Harcourt people betrayed the Igbos, took over their properties immediately after the war. The same thing happened also in Lagos. Many of the Igbo people who were in higher position then lost their position. And there is this faction, I call it faction because it has not yet been confirmed that Naira says that no more will an Igbo man become the president of Nigeria, or no more will an Igbo man rule Nigeria. That's the faction that is behind the Naira. Many people have that mindset and that ideology, and they have to believe that, but it is not yet confirmed. Now let's go down to what Lotanna Ojukwu, the younger brother to Odumegwu Ojukwu, what he's saying. They say Lotanna Ojukwu, younger brother to the late Biafra warlord Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, has suggested ways President Bola Tinubu can end the sit-at-home and insecurity challenge in the southeast. He urged Tinubu to discuss with Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), in an attempt to end the insecurity challenge in the region. Lieutenant said discussing with Kanu would subdue the pressure of sit-at-home and insecurity. Speaking on Arise television morning show on Friday, Lieutenant also urged the federal government to reach out to the Finnish government over the activities of Simon Ekpa. The Finnish-based Ekpa has been linked to the aggravated violence caused by the sit-at-home in the southeast. However, Lieutenant said, I appeal to Tinubu to step into this matter. 1/5 of the country is being held hostage, and people can't go to work and their businesses. This has affected our economy and the morality of people who know what is happening. This is a terrible shame. The security situation is no hanging fruit to Tinubu, who has proven he is ready to tackle security issues. This is something he must attend to urgently. The people carrying out the atrocities say they want Nnamdi Kanu released, and the court has said he should be released. I would like Tinubu to talk to Kanu. He should also use diplomatic channels to talk to Britain and Finland. The federal government should put diplomatic arrangements with these two countries to see what can be done to stop Ekpa's outrageous comment, because he said releasing Kanu will end the violence. Now, let me go down to what Lieutenant is saying. Lieutenant is canvassing, or is of the opinion that the federal government should reach out to the Finnish government in order to curb what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. And Simon Ekpa on his own part has said that the only thing that can stop what he is doing is that the federal government release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, can I bring to your notice that the federal government that you're asking to reach out to Kanu is taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be nobody, like the pride, or that, the pride of the president, that, what is he going to do with that little boy, that little rat, that riff rat, something like that. So I think this is the pride of Nigerian politicians. So, and these have, have not allowed them to reach out to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to have a dialogue, to discuss and see how best this thing can be curbed. And if you want a working government in a nation whereby you want the government to work, it is not what you can do with an iron fist. You have to take it easy, dialogue with this young man, because he is also a citizen of Nigeria who have a strong ideology. And for you to melt his ideology and also to reach out to the hearts of the people who have bought this ideology, who have absorbed his ideology, you have to first melt him first, because he is the man who calls the shot. And this is what Nigerian politicians do not understand, and they felt that everything can be done with an iron fist. And the governors are also taking the same lane, feeling that, okay, let's please the president. Since the president is doing this thing with an iron fist, I believe that that's the same way to go about it. And because they are now planning, they want to please somebody, they see, you see things being destroyed more. Yes, things are being, we are having more destruction in the southeastern part of Nigeria, because the governors, should I say the governors, are to be blamed. Meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and join our social media handles, and you will be following us up. Thank you.